shoes are the easiest products to sell on Amazon for beginner. It's the easiest niche to get into Amazon, in my opinion, and I'm going to explain to you guys why in today's video, because it seems like it's going against what a lot of people are saying. They are telling beginners that to actually stay away from shoes, and I disagree, because shoes are super easy for multiple reasons that I'm going to outline in today's video. And I know exactly what the rebuttal is going to be. It's going to be, oh, but shoes have a lot of returns, and so it's going to fuck up. Like, shut up. Shut up. You run an inventory business, okay? You run an e-commerce business. You are a retailer. You are going to need to deal with returns, whether it is with shoes or whatever. If the return rate is a little bit higher with shoes, just source shoes with a little bit higher of a return on investment, with higher margins, so you can actually absorb the return, all right? Don't be dumb. Don't listen to guys on Twitter. Once again, Twitter is the worst place to get your information as an Amazon seller. Yes, go over there to network. Don't get your information from there, okay? A lot of dumb sellers that have their voice amplified. All right, so shoes are the easiest for beginners, and I'm going to tell you exactly 2 reasons why, and I'm going to show you. Actually, we're going to look at some listings. Before we start, if you do not know me, my name is Mangunza. I release daily videos about selling on Amazon right here on YouTube. So if you are new, subscribe and like this video so we get to spend more time each other, because we will be recommending more videos. All right, and I know that you are enjoying our time together. All right, so let's just get started and let's look at this specific ASIN. All right, and so let's assume that we can find it for $60. There's a lot of shoes that you can, but like whatever. The Air Force One, you're not going to be able to find them at $60 year round. Okay, it's probably whenever you're going to be able to find them at this price, it's probably because of price errors. But whatever, we are not here to talk about. Air Force One is just an example, right? But let's assume that we can find them for $60. There's other shoes that you can sell pretty much at the same price you can find at $60. I'm going to show you exactly why selling shoes is the easiest. All right, so the first reason why selling shoes is the easiest thing to sell on Amazon and to actually scale is because it's super easy to diversify. You do not need to go super deep in one specific ASIN, because most of the time when one shoes, for example, if you have the Air Force One that are on sale, most of the time it's going to be multiple colors, okay, multiple colorway on a lot of websites. Not for the Air Force One, but for most shoes. What you will see is that you will see the shoe and you will see multiple variations that are actually on sale, and a lot of the time it's a ton of colorways, all right, and all colorways. So the easiest thing that you can do, let's say that, you know what, let's say that you can source them at $80. No, let's call it $75, all right, which is 35% return on investment. You want to source them at least 30% return on investment, all right, let's call it 30%. So you want to figure out what price is actually 30% return on investment. Is $125. Okay, so no, the easiest thing that you can do, if you know that you can source every single color at $75, the easiest thing that you can actually do is go into Keepa, go into the variations, and look for every single model, every single variation that is selling for at least $125, for at least 30% return on investment, right? And so what you're going to do, you're going to go to the new price. Here we go. And you can do the buy box and the new price, because sometimes the new price is bugging. Sometimes when the buy box is suppressed, you will not find these. But like, yeah, so what you would do is, let's do the buy box first, okay? So we're going to choose not equal, but greater than or equals to 125. And now we have all the variation that have a buy box over 125. All right, so what we can do is we are going to look at them by rating. And so super easy, what we can do is, if you can source any color for $75, these are all potential colorways that we can source and sell profitably. So we are going to look at them one by one and decide how many we are going to buy. And you're going to see, and I have a bee right in front of me. This is the downside of shooting video outside. But you're going to see, super quick, you're going to see, so you will need to, and I don't know why this bee keeps, here we go. So what you're going to do is you're going to look at the review count. Here we go, and the bee keeps annoying me. That's crazy. You're going to look at the review count right there and see if the review count is increasing, and based on that, based on the review count, you're going to estimate how many, and not just based on the review count, but you're going to open each one of those, okay? For example, let's say that I want to sell this one as well. Size 16, it's not going to sell super fast, but still, if you can find them, sometimes going for those sizes can be actually can actually be decent, all right? And so what we're going to do is, here we go, yeah, so these guys are actually selling. It looks like they're actually selling. So you're going to look at this, and so based on that, now you know that all of these shoes that we add, and we can do it again, it was at least 125. All of these shoes greater than or equals, here we go, all of these shoes are potential shoes that we can actually source. So we can, the reason why I talked about diversification is because we can actually, with all these shoes that we have right there, let me get them here, so all these variations are going to be variations that we can actually jump on, right? And let's assume that the red colorway, because of course with the Air Force One it's not necessarily going to be the case, but it's going to be the case with a ton of other shoes, right? So let's assume that the red ones were available at the same price. We know that, you know, these, it's easily, if we buy them at 75, you know, if we just buy 10 of this size, 10 of this size and 10 of the other size, it's already going to be $750, right? So let's assume that you were just buying 5, it's going to be $325. So 325 per variation. You just need to buy 10 variations and you're already at $3,000 spent in one day. Okay, so of course the strategy is only if you have capital. If you're starting with $1,000, of course it's not going to make as much sense. But if you are actually starting with a little bit more money and you want to invest and grow fast, shoes are definitely going to be the place to be. All right, because and the reason why also, as I said, is because you can diversify and protect yourself against one specific ASIN tanking, and also you do not go super deep in stock. You can just buy five units per side, and if you have 10, it's just going to be 50 pairs, $3,000, more than $3,000 spent in one day. Easy spent, okay, super easy spent, easy to scale your business. And so you're not going to be dependent on one specific listing to actually because if the listing tank, if some dumb stuff happens with that listing, it can really affect your business, right? Instead of that, you are staying wide in some sort, okay, 5 units every single variation. And the great thing as well is that yes, you're not going to have a ton of units to prep, but the great thing is that you're going to avoid, this is really the second thing, is with split shipments. With split shipments, you are going to need, like, you're gonna avoid shipment split. The reason why you are going to avoid shipment split, you are not really going to avoid, this is not the right word, okay? You are going to be able to optimize and avoid shipment splits to be an issue. Shipment splits are not going to be an issue with you. The reason why is because usually when you do the Amazon optimized shipments, it's going to be split in 4 to 5 different, you're going to need to send your inventory in 4 to 5 different fulfillment center, right? The thing is that if you were to do beauty products, you would need to buy thousands of products, because to fill a box and to make it really worth it, you need to send probably like 200 to 300 units, right, per box. With shoes, it's just going to be 10 to 15 units per box. 10 to 15 units, maybe 20, depending on the size of the shoebox and all that stuff. Because if it's kids' shoes, of course, you're going to be able to fit more in one box. But like just 15 to 20 units, even 15 units, you'll be fine per box. So if you are just sending 50 shoes, split in 4, it's more than 10 units per box. You are going to be able to make 1 box per location and send them, and it's going to be maxed out. With shipment splits, if you do shipment splits with beauty products and all that stuff, it's going to eat a lot of your profit. You absolutely need to do a ton of units, right? To be able to, when the shipment is split, to be able to make it worth it for you, all right? So this is the second reason why, and this is the reason why I believe beginners should actually start with shoes, is because it's way easier to handle the shipments and all that stuff with shipment splits. You can do the Amazon optimized shipment splits, not pay any placement fee, and be good, and have shipments that actually make sense, okay? Shipments that are big enough so it actually makes sense. So hopefully this video was helpful. If it was, leave a like, do all that YouTube stuff, and I'll see you tomorrow for a new video. Thank you for watching.